Welcome to the Bell Brother Podcast. I'm Calvin.
I'm Walter.
I'm Sam.
So, this past week was the All-Star Game and the Home Run Derby. So, we know it's now the second half of the MLB season. Any surprises here from you guys?
I don't think the Cubs are going to make the playoffs. That's really weird.
All right.
They had a big move recently, right?
Yeah, they acquired that pitcher, right? He's a pitcher.
Cantilla? Is that who it was? We don't know what we're talking about.
But
Yeah, we don't really follow baseball that much, but, you know.
I'm still pissed the Cubs won last year.
Really?
really,
Yeah. It was really irritating to me how all the bandwagon fans and just, like, people were celebrating.
timeout. Is Bill Murray a bandwagon fan? No. Did you see what he did on the ESPYs?
No. I didn't watch the ESPYs.
He took a bottle of champagne and then...
Oh, no. Do we want to know what he did with it after this?
Okay, so it was best moment, and Nick Offerman was giving the award out.
Okay.
And so the Cubs won, and so they sent Bill Murray up there to receive the award.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And it was weird because there's some cleaning guy that was a famous Cub player, but Bill Murray reaches in and grabs this bottle of champagne and this knife, and he goes, "You want to see a party trick?" And he takes off the top of the champagne with the knife. It was rigged, so it came off easy. So he starts drinking that. You can tell he's had a few, and then he gets the other bottle, starts pouring it on Nick Offerman.
So we get it. The Cubs won the World Series last year. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, well, they won best moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty
Probably rightfully so. They ended the
weird. I was wondering what was.
thing
I was wondering.
They sucked for a century. Like, I want them to keep sucking.
Here's the thing, like,
They're losers.
there's a ton of baseball teams that can win it this year. You got Houston, Milwaukee, Minnesota, and no one's caring. But in the basketball world, everyone's caring, and it was clear that Golden State was going to be the only one to win it.
Well, I mean, that's okay.
Okay, you're talking about two different things.
I guess
Because you're
it's
talking
'cause
about the whole like difference between popularity of a sport, and you're also
I
talking
guess that's
about
true.
the popularity of teams who are potential playoff contenders versus like honestly like an automatic thing.
It's just
And last year we didn't know for sure that Golden State was going to win the whole thing. We knew the Cavs were going to play Golden State for the whole thing, but we didn't know for sure that was going to happen.
Speaking of which, how about that failed trade? Mr. Paul George could have very well been a Warrior instead of a Thunderer.
So you think tomorrow if we offer somebody for Klay Thompson and then the Warriors deny us, then we'll go to the playoffs and win the finals the next year?
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm hearing.
Well, you know about the Cavs offered, Kevin Love for Klay Thompson, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the Cavs offered
When did
Kevin
they do
Love for
that?
Klay Thompson like 2 years ago.
Oh.
And then the same year they offered that, the Cavs won.
Are you sure
The
about
finals.
that? That doesn't sound like it makes sense. Why the hell would the Warriors
Jerry
want-
West said no to the trade, and the Cavs
Oh,
offered
yeah, I
Kevin Love for
remember.
Klay Thompson.
I thought
And at that point, Jerry West
that's
was with the
stupid
Warriors.
even offer.
Well, what if the Thunder offered Kyle Singler for Klay Thompson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you really think we're going to be able to trade Kyle Singler for anything more than a bag of chips and
We
a
might,
dill
get a
pickle?
we might get a second round pick from the Raptors.
I
Why
would
not?
I would take that.
I'd take that just as long as they take his salary. I don't really care.
Well, that's the thing. Is
Which is weird. Why do you think Toronto, who's been trying to dump salary because they got rid of DeMari Carroll?
I don't know.
Like,
Yeah,
why
that-
Trying to
would-
fit their 15-man roster.
I guess, but you're picking up a $5 million.
yeah, but you're also,
Maybe they're
you're-
looking at his Detroit stats too, because before he came to the Thunder, I'm not going to lie, he was close to a 40% 3-point shooter.
Well, he's a LeBron stopper. He's got a
Kyle
reputation for
Singler
that.
and his
and
man bun.
I
gotta
think that's
bring
all.
on the-
LeBron stopper.
So you got to get a guy like Singler to push you off the block.
Yeah,
push
I,
guys off.
I think that's what Sam Presti's selling. But then again, our last conversation, if Sam Presti's calling you, why are you picking up the phone?
What do you think Sam Presti's doing right now?
He's probably working on trades.
We recently did a piece, or Mr. Chet Kennedy recently did a piece on our website. I don't know if has it come out yet, Calvin?
No, it'll come out tonight, along with the podcast, actually.
He was telling me about some research that he did. Apparently, did you know Presti's a drummer? And apparently he's made CDs for charity?
Yeah, did you know?
So also nominated for a Rhodes Scholar?
Yeah, did you know he was invited to a camp from San Antonio? The camp was in Colorado, and he was in Massachusetts, and he had to sell his drum set in order to pay for the bus ticket to that camp. And that's how he got a, that's how he got to start with San Antonio. Do you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I like how Sam said a bunch of things so like not really anyone would know, and Walter's like, yeah, I knew that. Plus, here's what's going on.
Did you know he has a thumb on his foot?
A thumb?
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
Like he can
Does
grip things with his thumb.
Can he play drums with his feet?
I would imagine so. Anything that you could do with a regular thumb, I would imagine you can probably do with his foot thumb.
I wonder if he's multitasking. Like he's talking to one GM with his foot and then the other with his hand.
And he's giving like a girl a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Or the other one. Yeah. Because that's how impressed he does it. He one of the quotes that had me dying laughing in the press conference, they were asking him about the whole club setup thing. And he was just like, yeah, I'm not really the life of the party. I'm not good in those moments. Ugh. Like he was such a nerd. But I can see that. I can see him going and just kind of standing in the corner and being awkward.
Yeah.
No? You got nothing to add to that? Okay.
Sam Presti?
Thanks for the backup, shithead. Okay.
I'm mad because it seems like they only invited season ticket holders to this party, and that's not cool.
Well, how about you buy
That's
season
not
tickets
exactly
then?
what
I
happened.
can't afford season tickets.
Well, then season ticket holders, they're better than us. They're better
guess.
people.
There's a waiting list to be a Thunder season ticket holder, so
Judy
it's
Love
not like anyone can
went to
be.
the party.
Who's Judy Love?
She's the one that was yelling at LeBron. Love's travel stop. She's the courtside that was calling LeBron a baby or whatever. That said, stop whining.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Good for her.
you didn't
Facts,
remember that? It was on
Walter's
ESPN.
district's
It was on
been-
No,
ESPN.
she called
where
she
was
called
yelling-
LeBron a baby.
You
Huh?
called LeBron. It was like it made ESPN news.
That's some serious diplomacy
Yeah.
right there.
So you really didn't watch the ESPYs?
No, I don't care. Here's
Do
the thing.
people really still like watch
Dude,
the
I
whole
watched-
SBs?
I
like
saw
a lot
the,
of people. You know what I mean?
watched
I saw
them.
the Kevin Durant burn, which was funny. And Peyton Manning can be pretty funny. He wasn't bad. His United Way SNL sketch is one of my favorites that he did. But it's just why it's SB. It's stupid. It's like when they do the comedy awards or whatever. It's like you don't
Russ
have an
won
award.
Player of the Year.
But it gives a shit. It's like best male athlete. It's just
It's funny
stupid.
because it's obvious he didn't care too much about it either. Because when you think about it, he gave this long speech for the MVP award, started crying, and then for the ESPYs, he was like, "Yeah, thank you. This is cool." Peace out.
Were you expecting him to?
I expected him to
Get
start
the waterworks
crying.
going?
And yeah.
Why though?
No, that wasn't. But no, I like the ESPYs. And Peyton Manning did a great job. He burned the Falcons.
See, that's the thing though.
Burned John Cena.
You're into that whole pop culture, like I like what everybody likes type
Oh my gosh,
award
here we
show, like Big Bang Theory type
I don't like Big Bang Theory.
stuff like that.
Big Bang Theory is not my show.
You're just like everybody else.
I'm just like
You're just
everybody.
like everybody else.
I don't think that's true, but
That's not a defense.
yeah, well,
Good one.
I hate you.
How's your phone over there, Calvin?
How you doing, Sam?
You gonna add anything to this conversation? Or you just gonna be on your phone?
I mean, really, right now, I'm just kind of thinking how you guys are doing. You guys are doing fine.
Oh, okay. What do you think about Nick Collison? Huh?
He's
coming back. You didn't think he was coming back. Don't say Hair Jordan. Don't say Hair Jordan. I'm gonna slap you in the face if you say Hair
You're the only one
Jordan.
who said it.
You didn't think he was
Sam,
coming back.
You know,
You
I
didn't.
knew
No,
he was
no.
coming
I knew he was
Let me
coming
rephrase
back.
that. Calvin didn't want him to come back.
Why? We're retiring his jersey. He's Mr.
Really?
Thunder.
Are you believing Sam on this one?
What do you do? Me? You said you didn't want him to come back. You said it didn't make sense because he wasn't going to get playing time, and that was just money down the drain. That's what you said. You called Nick Collison money down the drain,
Is that what you called Nazi Muhammad when we?
and you
Just
also called him a honky, which is
Wow.
which is racist and
You
not
know,
cool.
I'm still surprised
now
you're
we-
believing what
now we
Sam's
got-
saying. You are very gullible, Walter.
We got two boys that played for Roy Williams now.
Two of them, yeah. We got Raymond Felton and
Nick Collison.
oh, you're right. Yeah, I was thinking about that.
yeah, you
God
did.
damn it.
You had to think about that one, didn't
did.
you? Yeah,
He wasn't I thought Nick just jumped straight from high school.
he could have.
He had the talent.
He had the Did you not
He
see
still has the
the
talent.
McDonald's All-American game where he did the cartwheel dunk?
They've come a long way from the McDonald's All-American.
But
That was cute.
The infamous cartwheel dunk by Nick Collison.
Why did he even get in the dunk contest? Because he's not like he's 6'10", sure, but he
Well,
wasn't an
there's
Didn't he win
explosive
it?
athlete.
Did he not
there's a
win it?
difference.
I thought he won it with the cartwheel dunk.
He might have. I don't know, but
Oh,
there's a
see,
difference
he just
between,
wanted
like,
to is it's the white guy. Go dance for us, white guy. Do some unathletic dunk, and we'll give you a sarcastic 10.
You're just such a millennial douchebag, Sam. That's what you are.
I like your Russell Westbrook jersey right
Thank
now.
you.
Another
And-
jersey wearing adult.
And the problem is they're not even. It's the.
Did you get a triple double today,
it's
Russ?
the dark. It's the dark navy blue alternative jersey, and so we're not
Hey,
even using
tell
it
us
anymore.
about that SB speech, Russ. Oh wait, that wasn't you. So take off his fucking jersey.
Hey, Russ
Take
wants
it
me
off.
wearing his
Except this
jersey.
is explicit.
He gets money.
The only triple-double you get is from
He is
Wendy's.
okay. So he wore the Mighty Ducks jersey. Is he allowed to wear that? The Kids' Choice Awards?
Sure.
It's
It's a fictional team. It's a fictional team. And
jerseys.
plus,
I'm
I'm
an
pretty sure
athlete.
Russell Westbrook could play hockey.
Are
He
you
could
really
play
saying
hockey.
you're a professional
I'm not a
athlete?
professional athlete. You said athlete. You didn't say professional.
What kind of athlete are you?
I am a semi-professional athlete.
It's all in the,
How
it's all in the
so?
wording.
What semi is we're counting here?
Well, when I do a good job, Leah takes me out for dinner, so I get paid.
She does.
Semi-professional.
When
That's
you're
not a sport.
when
That's
you're
not
a good
sport.
when you're a good boy,
when
Leah
you're
takes
not
you
a
No,
out
when
to
I
dinner.
play well. When I play well, not when I'm a good boy.
It's called positive reinforcement. That's what she does. She gives you a pat on the head when you
No,
do good.
no. This isn't like
think
that.
you
This is
revealed too
this is
much
like a
already,
contract thing. This is like me getting paid. It's professional.
Is she hitting you?
No,
Does she hit you?
no,
That's-
she's
can
not
we just go back to the
hitting
fact
me.
that what are you talking about that has any sports reference in this?
We were talking about
Well, boxing.
jersey wearing.
Hey,
because-
she hits Walter. Big
Oh,
fight
it's true.
coming up.
Big
Big
fight coming
fight
up.
coming
yeah,
up.
look at
Walter
that.
versus Leah,
Okay,
round one.
okay. Can
through
we
12.
all agree that this McGregor Mayweather show is fake now?
It's not
No,
fake.
Walter,
Can we,
God, why
gosh,
do you want it to
Why
be
do you
fake?
think? Why do you think it's
so
fake?
scripted.
But okay,
It's
here's the thing. First,
They're
of
not
all-
even flying together in the same planes.
Well, again, we talked about that. That's ridiculous because both have humongous entourages. Walter, the only thing is scripted. Sure, they come up with insults to throw at each other, but they don't. They don't hate each other because here's the thing: when you're making the amount of money that they're going to make with somebody else, I don't care what you say about anything. I'm still at some point. It's hard to hate somebody you're about to make $100 million with, but
Rocky hated Apollo. Rocky hated Drago.
yeah. And then what happened in Rocky 3? What happened? Clubber Lang banged Rocky's wife.
Hey, woman!
That's right. Hey, woman. What? I'll take you out back, show you a real man. That's the best part in the whole movie. But no,
I thought you were going to talk about when he fought Hulk Hogan. Like,
oh, that was a good part too. I like how it was for charity, and then he just started beating the shit out of him. No, it's they don't. They're two of the best trash talkers in sports. These press conferences, I'm kind of. It's just
they've done too many of them now, too.
Well, they've done 4 of them.
Yeah, do one.
No,
One
So you
or
would be
two.
okay. Let me ask you this then: how many did you watch? How many did you watch?
I watched the main points from all
How
of them.
many did you watch?
I watched the main points. I didn't watch the whole
of
thing.
how many press conferences?
I watched all 4.
Yeah, exactly. I just want one. No, you
Yeah,
don't. You want 4.
It's so annoying. It's fake.
It's not fake.
It's
Then why
fake.
did you watch?
Watching it.
It's fake.
You're fiending for it just like everybody
fake.
else.
I
You
had
just
to
don't
watch
want to
it.
admit you're falling in this trap.
I'm going to pay for the
I love
pay-per-view.
it.
I
I
don't
love
believe
it.
it. I think it's going to be 12 rounds of dancing. No one's
12
going to get
rounds
hurt.
of dancing?
And no one's
So
going to
we're
get
all
hurt.
watching this at Walter and Leah's house.
Yes, we are.
Oh, wait, did we clear
and
that?
to 10
Did
lucky-
we
we just
clear
got
that
invite.
with Leah
He-
first?
no.
Did Walter
10
get permission?
lucky listeners
Well,
will get invited to this party.
10 lucky listeners?
Yeah, 10.
That's like quadruple the people that listen to our podcast. I don't think we have that many.
Way to insult yourself, Sam.
Can you not? Can you just not for one
He's
second?
insulting himself.
Please stop.
You have
Back to the
You're a
back to the fight.
5-year-old.
You have a bruise under
You're
your eye,
5-year-old
Walter.
for this.
Yeah, that was from you. You hit me, not my wife.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll do it
glad you had
again.
to make the distinction there. Real glad you had to make the
Yeah,
distinction.
well, we had to because Sam accused her.
I'll do it again too. That's what alpha males
So,
do.
so if I accuse you of something, you automatically have to defend it within seconds?
Yes. If it's not true.
I'm gonna
Let me
think about
ask you this.
long
Do you
and
think-
hard
Oh
and
my
figure
God.
out how to
Do you
play
Back
this
to the
out.
fight.
Do
Let's
you
get
think
back to
Nina
the
Earl
fight.
hits Russell Westbrook? You're wearing his jersey.
I
You should
don't
know.
I don't know.
I don't think he does. I don't think she does.
You don't think she hits him?
No, I think maybe
Okay.
his kid might. His kid looks already like.
Yeah, like he looks pretty mean.
His kid looks like maybe Russ is kind of, like, hey man, let's take it easy.
Yeah.
Only been on this earth about a month. No, the fight. Okay, so what do you think's gonna happen?
I think it's going to be 12 rounds of dancing, and I think
What
it's
does
going
that
to go
mean?
to
What do you mean dancing?
like
Just no one's gonna throw a
Pacquiao
punch. You
fight.
think
I think it's going to be the Pacquiao fight. The Pacquiao Mayweather fight.
That
no
wasn't
blood.
12 rounds of dancing.
No one really got hit that hard.
Okay, here,
No one had to go to the hospital after that.
you know why? Because Floyd Mayweather. That's why he's hard to hit. He's a ghost.
And it's annoying.
Okay,
It's
it's annoying to
annoying
me.
how good he is,
Hang on a
sure.
second. Hang on a second,
Yeah.
though, because this is
Just like it's
So-
annoying when.
so. As someone who doesn't watch any boxing matches, pretty much besides the huge ones, the Mayweather McGregor, or the Mayweather Pacquiao, that type of stuff, right?
Sure.
So for somebody,
There are better
from my point of
examples,
view,
but sure. Go ahead.
okay, for somebody from who's trying to watch
pussy.
boxing.
A pussy.
Okay, but just shut up, Sam. So someone who's trying to watch boxing
Yes.
but isn't like really into it. The times that I like the last fight I watched all the way through, all 12 rounds without trying to see highlights, was the Mayweather Pacquiao fight, and that was really annoying to watch for me as just like a casual viewer of the sport because no one really got hit. I understand Mayweather is like really evasive and really can, duck and dodge and dip, dive, duck and dodge. The 5 Ds of dodgeball. But you know what? What I want to say here, though, is
I want to see
that
points. I want goals.
I saw
Get the score up.
I
That's
saw-
what I want.
I
no,
saw
I just want
make the
no.
goals bigger.
All I'm saying is in my point of view, if you're the best boxer in the entire world, as a casual fan of the sport, if you're the best boxer in the world, you should be able to hit somebody in the jaw and knock him out.
Well, let me ask you this.
How many knockouts does Mayweather have all time? He's
All time?
49-0, right?
He has 49. I think he has 26 knockouts, maybe. 29
So like that's
knockouts?
really, really impressive. But in the latter part of his career, he's kind of changed as a fighter to be more finesse, right? Am I saying
believe-
something wrong here?
I believe. Finesse. I mean, he's always been a defensive counterpunch boxer.
But he's knocked out. So if he's knocked out half the people he's fought, though,
it's annoying.
But what do you? I don't understand. But see, that's where the disconnect is here, because like you said, you're a casual fan. Like he's not.
No, what I'm trying to say here though is like I haven't watched Mayweather fight more than like a handful of times. Period.
Mayweather.
And the reason being is because the last couple fights that the fights I've seen him in, it hasn't been like, oh, dude got knocked out or dude's going down the ground, there's the 10 count. Nothing like that.
Well, where Mayweather gets you, he throws combinations. I mean, every boxer throws combinations, but he's one of those. He will mess you up over the course of 12 rounds, not necessarily have to knock you out. I think his last knockout might have come against Ortiz. That one was right after. I mean, that one was the kind of the defend yourself at all times fight where he was talking to the ref and complaining, and then Mayweather just knocked him out. And then I think maybe the last one before that was Ricky Hatton. He's got power. It's just the little thing. Like if you go back and watch his fights, I mean, and he's not a typical boxer in the sense where he doesn't always set up everything with a jab. Sometimes he'll lead with like a straight right. And to watch him do that, catch an opponent off guard with like a straight right, and then as he's doing that, fainting away and just an opponent on the level of a Canelo Alvarez just swinging and missing by a yard almost is gorgeous to watch.
Yeah, but the punch has less power if you're falling away.
No, because he connects, and he connects and then moves away, but he already knows what he's doing. Like when he sets up the punch,
I want to.
So it's like he knows his escape route. Like he's identified when he's going to throw the punch, and then because he's so good and he's such a, I mean he's such a phenom in the sport, and why people can't touch him is because he's already on to his exit strategy. When he sets up his moves, he's never trying to set up one thing. He's always trying to do multiple things at once and figure. I mean, he's playing chess where a lot of fighters are out there playing checkers. He's hard to hit. It's
Sam,
really hard to hit.
You started a Twitter war with a pretty famous boxer.
I did.
Would you think that boxer would have a chance with Floyd Mayweather?
Yes, I do. I think if you get him all cracked up, sure.
Yes. What was his name again?
I don't remember. What was his name?
I don't know. He fought Floyd Sr.
I kicked his ass, though.
Yeah. Man.
I'll tell you what, I'm 1-0.
He says he's undefeated.
No, he got defeated.
I'm trying to remember his name, too. Oh, my gosh.
The YouTube guy. Charlie Zelenoff.
Yeah, that's his
That's who it was.
name. Yes. And I just remember seeing my Twitter have several notifications.
Yeah.
I think you did it overnight.
You noticed those notifications stopped?
That's
You know what
won.
stopped it?
Yeah, you won.
Right here.
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah,
It's my chi fist. I
Yeah.
charged it up.
Yeah, no, I don't want the Charlie Zelenoffs, the Floyd Mayweathers. I want the Jack Johnsons.
One of the best documentaries ever, not just sports documentary, Unforgivable Blackness by oh God, what's it? The big famous documentary guy. He did the baseball one. He did the Civil War. Ken Burns.
Ken Burns, yeah.
One of the greatest ones ever. Jack Johnson.
Well, it was on PBS, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it was PBS.
No one talks about Jack. Jack Johnson was the original baller, dude. Like that guy, he used to beat up people. He would hold them up so they couldn't go down. he'd be talking to like their girlfriend in the front row, and he'd be asking her when he wanted to knock out the fight. Like it was.
Well, why
unreal,
can't we
guy.
have that? I want that.
What do you mean? Why can't we have that?
I
He's
want.
dead.
I know, but I want a boxer like that.
Well, we have him now. I mean,
is Butterbean still boxing?
probably.
Yeah, I'd like to see Butterbean.
But you want to see Butterbean and Floyd Mayweather?
That would be
What are we
interesting.
talking about anymore?
This is why both of you suck, because
I
both of you
totally
would
don't
totally
know
be like,
what-
yeah, that's a great idea. Or maybe Butterbean can fight like Muhammad Ali's daughter, and then they can get in the octagon, and you guys
No,
don't
that's-
appreciate the actual sport of it.
Okay, that's
No.
That's what I'm saying though. Is it's hard for a casual viewer like myself to really get into the sport whenever the cinematic parts of the fight, the big hits, knocked to the ground, that stuff you kind of like.
You're big into the art of it.
You can blame
yeah,
Rocky.
Yeah, are you, Calvin?
Yeah, I am. You know what? And so my point is that the parts that you see that are all out there, the movies and stuff like that you would think would happen every single fight don't. It's not as you expect. I expect to see to see a fight. I expect to see one dude get hit in the jaw at least once.
Blame Rocky.
What
Blame
fights are
Rocky.
you watching?
Rocky.
When you watch a football game, you don't expect somebody to get one interception in the game. You don't expect one turnover in a game.
Well, sure, but you're making it sound like they dance around every box. Like, dude, there have been some fights where it's just nonstop people taking punches.
No,
the
I'm
whole
saying
fight.
about Mayweather though. That's what I'm. We're still on
the Mayweather. Go back, watch Mayweather De La Hoya. Go watch Mayweather Madonna. Go watch
How?
Fought Madonna.
Madonna, whatever, Marcus Madonna.
But what years were these fights?
De La Hoya was 2000.
But that was after Pacquiao. It was after Pacquiao beat him, wasn't it?
No, after Pacquiao beat De La Hoya.
Yeah. So it was,
I don't remember. That fight might have been right after. Dude, just go back. The Ricky Hatton fight was an excellent fight.
But how far am I going back, Sam? Because you've got a little bit of years
Diego
on me.
Corrales fight was an excellent fight.
How far along was that?
I mean,
how far ago?
what do you mean how far? He's been around for doing this for 20 years.
No. What I'm saying though is that
You could go back.
I didn't even try to get in the sport of boxing until I was 16 years old, right? And I'm 23, so 8 years.
Go back and watch
7 years ago.
Like I said, go back and watch those fights. Miguel Cotto, Shane Mosley. I mean, that was an okay fight. Go back and just watch those. The De La Hoya one, Hatton.
okay, Sam. So what was your favorite burn on the press conference tour?
I don't know. There were a lot of good ones.
What was your favorite joke?
I liked it. I liked it when he made it rain on McGregor. I liked the McGregor. You can't even fucking read.
I love that. That was probably my
good.
favorite.
I don't know the way Mayweather. I thought overall won it though. His whole tap out thing that he kept doing that had me rolling maybe harder than anything else.
See, I thought McGregor had won it. Especially when he brought up the clothes thing. He's like, "You're a 40-year-old man and you're wearing sweats."
Yeah.
That was pretty
I don't
funny.
know.
I was laughing.
I'll say this. I think is if you're talking about like the psychological game of it, like who got into each other. Definitely Mayweather got into McGregor's head more. There were times where McGregor was legitimately I mean, especially when he did the first time he took the flag, when he convinced the fan in the audience, which idiot,
yeah.
why would you give him the flag?
Yeah.
There were some times that he got into McGregor's head a little bit.
Too bad it's all fake.
Won't be fake when they get in that ring.
I really hope. I would love to see that, and that's what I'm going to pay. That's what I'm going to pay the $100 in hopes that it'll be a.
I think it's going to be a little bit closer than what people think, just because McGregor he does have a really good reach, and he's young, and Mayweather's 41, and he's that was the thing that kind of when they're talking to John Kavanaugh, McGregor's coach. They're asking him about possibly bringing in Freddie Roach, and it's kind of like he made a good point where he's like, I think he said like no disrespect, but Freddie Roach hasn't beaten Mayweather, and it's like you can't, if you're trying to teach McGregor to be a boxer of that caliber within 2 months, you're gonna get your ass kicked. That's not. I mean, he's got to be that unique. He's pretty much got to fight as an MMA fighter without the knees and the the elbows and all that stuff. So that might give him a chance because Floyd's never seen stuff like that. I mean, you never know. It's a weird style. He kind of has like a karate stance almost. So if he could get lucky, if he lands that left is good, and no matter what ring you put it in, So he's going to have a chance at doing some damage, but I really see, like I said, I see Mayweather just wearing him down over the course of 12 rounds. I used to think that Mayweather would probably knock him out in the 11th round. Going back, I've been watching a lot more McGregor fights, and that dude has a serious chin, so I don't think he's going to get knocked out, but I think it's going to be... I think it's going to be entertaining because I think he'll have a couple big hits, but for the most part, I think it's going to be all Mayweather.
What percentage do you give McGregor to win?
To win?
To win.
To knock out Floyd Money
knockout
Mayweather.
And then decision. What would it be?
Decision. We'll get this out of the way.
Yeah, decision
0.
will never happen.
0.
Yeah.
To knock him out, you know what? I'll give him a 5% chance. That being said,
you just went on this whole rambit of like if you land, so you can
a rambit
or whatever. You're
sure that's a word.
Yeah, whatever. I'm making up words. Shakespeare did it too. But
Shakespeare didn't make up words.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Did you really just like lump yourself in with Shakespeare?
I did. Who cares?
What's wrong with you?
I might
Oh
be
my
Shakespeare.
God.
Who knows?
All right. So, well, can we? All right. So, no. What percentage do you give that McGregor can win the fight, decision or knockout? Either way, just what's your highest percentage he could win? Either way,
0. There's no chance of a decision.
I agree. But you went on this whole
okay,
thing.
but hang on 1 second. Let's just get to the point here.
Gosh, mute my mic. I've got too much to say.
Calm down over there,
Okay,
Juliet.
but what's the percentage he could win the fight either way?
Like I said, 5% to knock.
5%. Walter, what about you?
I'd give it 0 because I think it's fixed.
So you think it's like the WWE?
I think it's something like that because McGregor's making $100 million. Mayweather's making what, $250
You know
million?
why they're making that much money, right?
Because people are going to watch it.
Exactly. So why do you equate that with?
Because they're just going to be like, yeah, no one wants to get hurt here. We can both get big paydays, and we can let it go 12 rounds like we did the Pacquiao fight. People are still going to watch it. No one gets hurt.
No, it's not. It's not staged, Walter.
I don't think Mayweather's worried about really getting hurt, but that if he doesn't, that's the thing. If they both dance around the ring, yeah. But people, I mean, that's not good business. If they do that, they can hurt their careers. Like they're both in win-win situations with this.
Well, I think Mayweather's pretty much done. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, he's 41 years old.
But if he wins the fight, yeah, he's done. If he loses the fight, there's no way he's done.
They're definitely
Well,
doing
I
it,
think.
but
Well, I think if Mayweather loses, I think McGregor's going to be like, okay, I'll fight you again, but it's going to have to be UFC.
there's no way
that's happening,
Mayweather's.
Walter.
I don't even want to watch that fight.
Why would that happen?
Because just McGregor's like, I beat you on your sport, you got to beat me on mine.
I don't want to watch a 40-year-old man
and
get choked out in 5 seconds.
I think Dana White will want it on the UFC ring.
No one wants it. There's no way Mayweather would come to the table.
There's no
on
way.
that.
Because what this whole... Okay, so if somehow McGregor could win, the whole storyline would be, oh my gosh, how did McGregor win? That's crazy. Mayweather was caught off guard by some weird thing, whatever, that McGregor did. Or boxing was, some new sport for McGregor. He unorthodoxly, something like that. And then Mayweather would be like, okay, well, you know what? Let's settle this once and for good when I'm actually, ready or something like that. That would be the storyline or something close to it. And then they would then again box. I'm confused why you think that they would do the UFC thing.
Starting to think this is Rocky 3 now.
It's just going to be so hard for him to... I mean, and also the fact they're using 10-ounce gloves. They're not using 8-ounce championship gloves.
What's the difference? Besides the weight.
2 ounces.
Besides the weight.
2 ounces of padding?
Okay.
Does that make the punch harder or does it make it softer?
Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
What do you think? If I hit you in the face...
I think it's going to... I think if it's 10 ounces, it's going to hurt less.
Sam,
how about
here's
this?
better.
Am I right? 10 ounces is less
Sam,
padding.
Let me explain it this way. Let me explain it
Wait,
so that
here's a better
both of
question.
you can understand it.
No,
though.
I understand what it is.
understand?
What I meant to ask you, though, is why would they do 10? Because they made their own contract for this whole entire fight, so they both agreed to it and stuff.
My guess would be it was probably Mayweather that won it. I would be shocked if it was McGregor that wanted to do 10-ounce gloves. It's definitely Mayweather.
10-ounce hurts less, correct?
Yeah, it's like this.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's extra
picture
padding.
this. So when you don't do what Leah says, do you think it would hurt more if she were to punch you with 10-ounce gloves or 2 ounces less of padding in those gloves?
I hope McGregor put something in his gloves or something. That'd be nice.
The glove deal. I mean, there's a whole bunch of misnomers in this contract about obviously you can't kick or elbow, but apparently the gloves can't be made in Mexico. They can't be Mexican gloves for some reason. They can't have horsehair in them. I got a bunch of these little stipulations about just the gloves, but I mean, with 10-ounce gloves, that means I don't know if, and Mayweather also has a strong chin, so I don't know with 10-ounce gloves if McGregor has one punch knockout ability with Mayweather. So he's gonna have to connect, he's gonna have to just not get lucky one time. He's gonna really have to connect some shots. So that's what makes me think it's just going to be that much harder. But, getting back to your original question, Calvin, the difference is 2 ounces of padding. Retard.
I knew that one. And you knew I knew that one.
Retard. He works at a science museum, for God's sakes.
That wasn't a very nice word to say.
I'm sorry.
Let's not use the R word on the podcast, Sam.
Rape?
All right, moving on, though,
rape all the time.
to my favorite sport, basketball. So this
That's
past
your favorite
week...
sport?
What do you think my favorite sport was?
Tennis.
You think my favorite sport is tennis?
I mean, I agree. I'm shocked as Walter is. I've seen you play basketball. I mean, you obviously don't have the same dedication with
right. Stop that, Sam.
I guess some
You
people
ever
just
seen him
like
play tennis?
Some people just like watching the game, I guess.
I've seen Calvin play tennis. He's actually really good.
Oh, okay.
He gets it from his mom, who's also really
Regular
good.
Venus Williams over here. You wear the skirt too when you play? The all white skirt? Oh, you like the grass or the clay there, big boy?
Oh, I think you hurt his
I
feelings.
did hurt his feelings. He likes to what he does is he has a mirror at his house, and he likes to put on a nice thick spray tan, right? And he takes his shirt off and he pretends he's Raphael Nadal.
Stop, man.
It's
That's just too much.
It's like a mix between Silence of the Lambs and that, because he tucks his genitals too.
Maybe if we start talking about
Keep going. I'm just going to edit this part out later.
No, you're not.
Oh,
There's no editing in this podcast.
What do you mean?
This
podcast is heavily edited.
No, there's no editing in the.
You listened to the other podcast?
No way.
Wait,
no
what have
editing.
you taken out of mine?
Oh, we're going to cut you completely out.
What?
You would bring nothing to this.
Yeah, well, maybe if we start talking about basketball again, we'll draw Calvin back.
Yeah.
Okay.
You really are just a battered spouse.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. You're all defensive. I mean,
I enjoy my life.
You're in a safe place.
I know I'm in a safe place, but my relationship is great. my relationship is fantastic.
That was probably that was very convincing.
Back to basketball.
Back to basketball. So what else? There were a little bit of rumors going around about maybe a Kyle Singler to Toronto.
Well, it just makes sense. He's not going to play.
It makes sense for us.
Does it make
sense for Toronto?
No. But does trading Serge Ibaka to Orlando make sense?
Not for them necessarily.
No. So I'm pretty sure that Sam Presti's probably sending him game footage from the national championship at Duke and game footage at Detroit.
Is he done?
Who?
Presti.
Is Presti done making moves?
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's pretty much done. I think he's just one move he's going to have to decide, and I think this is going to be ownership. Is in February they're going to trade Enes Kanter to get below.
No, it's
luxury.
not going to be ownership. Clay Bennett has no.
Well, he's got to pay the check.
Well, that's true, but that's where Clay Bennett is actually a really good owner. He does not. He doesn't get in the way with that stuff. He lets Sam Presti be Sam Presti.
I guess, but I still think that. I think Enes Kanter's getting traded in February. I think that they don't need him for the postseason. They just need him for the regular season.
I don't know. It's just going to be easier to trade him next year when he's an expiring deal.
Well, here's what I wish. And he could do this. He plays the whole season, opts out, and then signs like a $5 million a year to stay on the team. Because we could use him.
What do you think this is? Like Candyland?
Okay, well, let me give it to you this. Rudy Gay was going to make, $15 million this year, and he signed for $8 million. So he took a huge discount.
But that's okay. But
Kevin Durant took
okay.
Huge
That's not
discount.
the same thing. He's also coming off
You're
a
talking
major
about- you're
injury.
talking about
and
other
he's
players
30
Then
years
why
old.
wouldn't he have
discounts.
opted into his player
If
option?
you're going to
then?
use any example, use the
welcome
one
back,
about
Calvin.
Patrick Patterson.
When did he get his
Patterson
player?
took a
when did-
Patrick Patterson could have easily taken more money. Raymond Felton probably could have taken more than veterans minimum.
And
There you
when
go.
and when did Gay get the contract, sir? When did he get that deal?
What do you mean?
That he could have opted in and gotten more money. When did they offer him that contract? Was it when he was in his prime and before a major injury?
He had a player option. He could have accepted it and then gone into next
understand
year.
That's stupid. I'm talking
No,
about
but
the
he could have.
contract.
There's a
that
difference.
they
He could have
offered him.
opted into his own player contract, but he decided to try to leave Sacramento to try to go chase a ring somewhere.
That's what
you're
I'm
not
saying.
gonna
That's
say
why
he didn't
Enos.
do it.
Yes, that's why I'm saying Enos is going to do that.
Okay,
just
fair
because
enough.
just because he had a
that's
player.
what he's saying. That's
no,
what
no,
he's
no,
saying.
No. What I'm saying is, just because he has a player option, that means he could have made a ton of money. Doesn't mean that's his market value. That's what you're implying. That he had a player option that he could have made 16 mil. That doesn't mean he's a 16 mil a year player, and that's what he would have gotten in the market.
What do you think Cantor is on the open?
Cantor,
after his contract
he's
ends?
Turkish, I think, right? He's Turkish.
What do you think
He's from Turkey.
What do you think his money's worth?
What I think his money's worth? Probably what it says on the bill.
What do you think he's worth on the open market?
He's tipping
Open
more
market,
than $12.
Open market now, like right this today.
Yeah, sure.
Well, it's different. It's different. He once the regular
After his
season
contract
gets going.
ends. After his contract ends, because
Well,
his contract's
right-
got this one more year, right?
Well, right now,
Or does it have 2 more years?
He's got 1 year and a player option.
I'd say
this
So
season-
after his contract ends, if he doesn't opt into the player option and he becomes a free agent, what do you think his market value would be on the NBA?
well, see, with him, he's gonna. It's tough because, like right now, he's coming off playoffs where we almost couldn't play him with our roster.
I say 10 mil.
No,
10
it's
10 mil a year?
I think that's what
14.
14.
Because during the
for a
regular
big
season,
man that can't play the pick and roll defense.
well, so
Can't shoot the three
Yeah,
either.
but he's an elite offensive rebounder, and he's efficient as hell. He's one of the most efficient players in the NBA.
Can you play him against the Warriors?
Well, no, but
Can you play him against the
You
Rockets?
can't play a lot of guys against the Warriors, though. You can't come up and say, "Well, can you play him against this? Can you play him against this?"
Well,
no one
that's-
can play. No one
that's
can. Hang
top
on a second,
dollar.
though. Hang on a second, though. Okay, well, you think 14 million a year is max contract? Because it's not.
14 million a year is a lot of money.
Well,
But it's
it
not
doesn't-
top dollar.
No,
What do you?
but I
What's
don't-
your ranking system here? What is top dollar to you?
Well, top dollar.
What is the minimum top dollar?
Top dollar is 25 mil a year.
Okay, so
That's max contract.
Okay, so 11 mil less than that is top dollar.
Yes, that's still a lot of money. It's not top dollar.
No
but
one's
it's a lot of
arguing that
money.
that's not a lot of money.
That's
$1 million
Rihanna level. Top
$1
dollar
million
Rihanna
dollars
level.
I just
is
don't
a lot
think,
of money
I just don't
to
think
anyone
he's
besides
a guy
NBA
that
players.
He's a guy that you can't play in the playoffs.
Well, here's
That's
the
the
thing.
problem.
Here's the thing, and here's why just getting Paul George, one of the biggest reasons that it's so amazing is it allows everybody to fall back into their natural role because he didn't pick up Cantor to have to be the sixth man without Kevin Durant. Like the amount of burden he had was just unrealistic for. Essentially, what Cantor is he's a wild card. He's a bonus player.
Well,
when you
see,
have a player like Paul George, Cantor becomes a bonus.
I think he's definitely going to have a rebound year, and not just because we got Paul George.
But it's not
and
a
Patrick
rebound
Patterson.
year though. He had a great regular season last year.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's what I've been trying to say for 5 minutes now. Is that Cantor had a great stats before he got injured this past season, and then once he got injured, all of his numbers became just subpar to what they had been before.
I think didn't he punch a chair? Isn't that how
He
hurt
punched
him?
like the
Yeah, he punched a
backboard or
chair.
something like
So
that.
this
Yeah,
was the chair, yeah.
self-inflicted. This is the second time he's hurt himself punching something too.
yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe I don't know. What was
punched,
the first
He
one?
punched the padding under the goal.
Oh, that's what this one was.
No, he punched the chair
this
for
one,
this one.
this one he punched the chair and it closed up on him. He hit the metal part.
Oh, very unfortunate.
You don't remember that?
Guess not. I don't know.
Yeah, well, anyway.
I used to work a lot of
I
Thunder
lo-
games. I don't really watch them.
I love Enos.
Sorry.
you're so dedicated.
Here's the thing.
Well, I had to work during them, so I couldn't really
Okay.
watch
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
That's kind of how work works.
Working outside the corner on the Chesapeake Arena does not make you and hired by the company
You
or
have
B
just,
working
man,
hard.
just attacking them all day.
You know what?
Yeah.
We're all
well, you know
tagging
what?
each other.
I
It's a
did
very
work
intense
for the
vibe in
Thunder.
here.
Thank you, and I hope to do that again this year, Sam.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then Glenn can rejoin us and be resurrected from the dead.
Well, I'll tell you this much: you didn't play for him with your game, pal.
Okay, no one's saying I wouldn't, and no one's saying
Thunder.
you would have either gotten on the court.
Well, you
This
were.
is getting
You
out
were.
of
have
hand.
you ever played gotcha on the Thunder court?
You
No,
were.
no,
I could have
no,
sworn you
no.
played because you wore a jersey last week. I thought you played on the team. Why wear a jersey if you're not a member of the team?
Sam, that was more than a month ago now. You haven't been to a podcast in a little bit because you've been sick the entire time.
You've been. Oh.
But here's the point. My whole point was Enos opt out and help the Thunder.
No, because
Yeah.
he's valuable.
Okay, but if Paul,
That's what I'm saying.
I
He
can
is
see what
valuable.
Walter's saying though.
But,
I will
okay,
side with Walter on this
okay,
one though.
remember Manu Ginobili? He
Yes, I
opted
remember.
out. He opted out, took $1 or $2 million a year from the Spurs to help them out to re-sign LaMarcus. The next year he got $11 million.
Yeah, but that was him when he's 38.
Wait, he didn't get that. Hang on a second. You
his
got that
kid
wrong
was
now.
still
He didn't get the
24,
11 mil. He didn't get the
25.
11 mil a year because he didn't get the 11 mil a year because of that. Because he took less money the year before. He got 11 mil a year because he was a restricted free agent, and the Sixers screwed over the Spurs with
Yeah.
that contract, and they
Hammer
offered him
him.
like 2
Hammer
years
him.
for like $23 million.
Hammer him.
And the Spurs were like, "Oh crap! Well, we still want to keep Manu. We don't want him to go playing for the 76ers.
right.
He still took a discount that first year.
No one's saying he didn't.
Yes,
but what I'm
that's
saying
what-
is the
well, that's my
second.
point, is
I'm just
Ennis
saying
take a
that the
discount.
Spurs
That's what
didn't.
38-year-olds do, Walter. They take discounts in the league because they're 38 years old.
Patrick Patterson's 28. He just took a discount.
To win, but was it that big of a discount? He's still
Yes.
getting paid a lot of money.
He's getting paid $5
But
million
okay, but
a year.
we're talking a discount of like $2 million a year.
No, I think
That
Patrick
he wouldn't have
Patterson
gotten more than $2 million a
I
year
think Patterson's on like $10 million a year.
Okay, let's say it this way. All right.
And his Canada's a six-man candidate. He
Hang on, okay.
makes too much now, but he's valuable.
All right, let's say for example that we make the Western Conference Finals this next year. The Thunder do, okay? And Paul George goes, "All right, I'm staying." Russ signs a 6-year either, before the season starts, or he signs a 6-year next year, 6-year contract. Okay, and then Cantor just doesn't have enough. We don't have enough money to sign Cantor without being hard capped, and then I could see Cantor taking less money in that situation. Is that possible for you, Sam? Can you see that situation happening?
I mean, sure, less money than what he makes now because he's on a pretty inflated
right.
contract.
Is that not what you're trying to say, Walter?
That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, but your $5 million estimate was way too low. But I still understand what you're
Well, I
trying to
was
say.
just saying a number.
Well, here's what Sam does, though. Sam just scrutinizes you over the exact details of what you say, and he doesn't take it as a theory.
He does. It's the theory is tested. I mean, look at your own shirt. You've got scientific method variables. Those are all words. Hypothesis.
You want me to start reading them, Sam?
Walter he vomits out this garbage. It's
I can't decide who to side with the entire podcast. Usually I'm pretty good within the first 5 minutes, but this one's just been back and forth.
He's just sitting there. It's really annoying.
Okay,
to
but
me.
here's the thing.
Everything about
I think I
him
just
is
should have worn my
annoying to
jersey.
me.
I feel more confident when I'm wearing my jersey.
But he's currently getting overpaid because you said $14 million a year.
Are we still on this?
He's
Kyle
making
Singler.
14.
Do you think Kyle Singler could be traded for a second-round pick to the Raptors?
I hope so. That would.
But do
be
you think it's
nice.
going to be a 2032 pick after the Raptors basically dispel the own universe and say we're going to die in 2030?
Well, Canada's going to break off because it's one big iceberg, I think.
Well, they don't have a real military. We could just kind of walk in there and overtake it.
Why do they have a leaf on their flag? That is
what are we-
so-
Is that a
maple leaf, Sam.
They're known
Maple.
for
No, but
having
why?
maple
It's
syrup
stupid.
and-
No,
Well,
I
why have
understand
a bald
that.
eagle? We
Calvin,
have
I'm
a
saying
bald eagle.
why?
What's the difference between a bald eagle and a
We
maple?
have a bald eagle on our flag.
Well, not on our flag, but a bald eagle is.
it's our bird. Every country has a
Okay,
bird.
let's-
We
Well,
don't
it's
put a
their
bald
leaf.
eagle. They put the leaf on their flag. That's like, hey,
Okay,
welcome.
are we really going to scrutinize flags here right now? Because Oklahoma is one of the dumbest flags as a
Why?
state.
Why?
Whoa.
Why is the
Whoa.
Oklahoma
We-
flag blue? Why do we have to put the word Oklahoma on our own flag?
Because
Doesn't every state?
Yeah, most flags have.
No,
The state
other
name.
flags don't do that.
California does.
Yeah, because
got-
they're
and they're a
they used to be
bear.
the
I don't-
California
they got a bear.
Republic.
Calvin, I don't know what you have
Texas
against.
doesn't put their known name on their flag.
Yeah, but they have a star, and it goes back to the leaf thing.
that's what the same thing California Republic does. Because it goes back to when they were
They
actually
have
a
a
republic.
bear. They have a bear on theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're known for having bears.
They don't even have a person.
What are we known
They don't even have a
for?
person on theirs. See, ours has. Our flag
Native
has a
American.
strong Native American tradition. Calvin, I don't know why you're so against that. This is
Oh,
weird to me that you're against that.
yikes.
I'm against having my own. I'm against
our
having
Native
a
American
state
traditions.
having its own name on its flag and white lettering that has nothing to do with the
Yeah, but
actual
it also
symbolism on
it
the flag.
also it also has a peace pipe though. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
All right, Sam, go with that one, man.
I'm just saying.
Stick
It's
it.
peace
Stick,
pipe. Brings
stick that
people
one.
together.
Stick
Again,
with that
why
one.
what do you have against Native Americans?
I have nothing against Native Americans. I don't like our flag because it's this one
God,
Oklahoma and
Cal-
white lettering
See,
on a blue
Calvin-
background.
So
Cal-
if they'd
Calvin-
taken the Oklahoma off, you'd be cool.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, okay.
Calvin would have been one of those people back in the Trail of Tears. He would have been like trying to hand him water. He'd be like, "Oh, you're almost there, buddy. 5 more miles. Keep going.
Oh, Sam, too soon.
Get out of my state. I'm Calvin."
Can't do it.
Oh, I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. Too soon. I'm the bad guy on this one.
You're the bad guy.
I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Yikes.
So we think Paul George is re-upping after this next season?
No.
Sam, just go home. If
I
you
don't
want to
think
be,
he is.
if you want
I'm
to be,
sorry,
if you
I
want to
don't
be
think
just
he
like
is.
Mr. Glass half empty the entire time,
Look,
go
I
home.
love-
You're the one that after the Lee Jenkins article, you're like, "Oh my God, we're keeping Paul George."
I like
and,
Lee Jenkins.
And now it's like it's Sam's like it's not even worth watching the season now.
I didn't say that. Look, I think it's going to be a great season.
Steph Curry
I think
twisted
Paul
an ankle.
George. I think it's going to be one of those scenarios where everybody we're going to have a good season, and we're not going to harvest any or harbor any bad feelings towards him when he does leave. But I don't see. I think he wants a big market.
I think it's funny. You know how he said he hopes him and Russ can make the decision together. What happens if Russ signs a contract extension in the next couple weeks?
I hope he does.
That'd be pretty funny.
I mean, that would be huge, but I
don't think Paul George meant I'm going to wait until, Russ and I are both going to wait. I don't think that's what he meant.
Well, what's going to happen? I mean, one thing he did say that was kind of interesting in the Woj podcast was that he was hoping that they would be in the loop with each other when it came to those decisions, which was interesting.
That is interesting.
I don't know.
Very interesting.
I don't know if that's likely. I don't know how, because they don't really know each other right now. They're cool, I guess.
Right. Yeah, so they're cool.
I don't know how.
I'd agree with you on that one, Sam.
Seems like he's better friends with Kevin Durant than he is Russell Westbrook.
And Reggie Jackson, too. We don't like him.
Yeah, my goodness.
All right.
But I guess they both said some delightful things about us.
Well, do you guys want to get to our Twitter questions of the week?
Yes.
Go ahead.
All right. So, from Bethlehem Brother writer Brian Bass, we have, other than OU, which team or teams that the Pokes play could be potentially hurtful to OSU's run to the College Football Playoff? At Brian Bass 4.
Well, Brian, thank you for the question. I'm going to say, it's my surprise.
You have a team?
K-State?
My surprise.
Yeah, I was going to say K-State.
I'm going to say Texas.
I don't think that's a surprise. They were voted 4th overall in the Big 12.
I'll go K-State, and then they play Pitt
They were
again.
voted 3rd overall in the Big 12.
Yeah. Pitt, don't they? They play at Pitt this year.
Pitt's not in the Big 12.
Yeah. Well, did he say Big 12
Yeah,
or did he say... No, he said...
Oh, I thought he said Big 12.
God, listen to
other
you
than
don't
OU.
listen. You don't listen.
Just quiet down.
No.
Just quiet down.
Shut
Walter. Other than OU, which team or teams that the Pokes play could be potentially hurtful to OSU's run to the playoff?
In the Big 12.
No.
Good try, almost. I think it's Pittsburgh for sure, because it's just OSU doesn't play great in early season games. No one really
Do you
does.
think Pittsburgh's better than Texas, though? Or K-State?
I think it's potential. Well, because Pittsburgh has like the transfer quarterback thing, and he plays well with their offense and stuff. And yeah, Pittsburgh lost both their running backs,
Texas
this offseason, but it's still traveling to Pittsburgh. It's not something OSU doesn't go play teams on the East Coast and early in the season and stuff like that. I think the geography thing and stuff. Anytime OSU travels like a long distance at all to go play games, we don't usually do well.
Yeah, no.
New Orleans, Iowa State in 2011. In the Fiesta Bowl, we won by 1 over Stanford and the Andrew Luck team, which is good.
We beat the shit out of Stanford.
And we did win the Cactus Bowl against Washington, but then again, Washington had to travel farther for that than we did. I just don't think OSU does great when you have to travel a far distance for a game.
That's just weird because you're pretty high on the Pokes. I wouldn't think that would matter. I think traveling I think playing a team like Pitt who doesn't see offense. I mean, no team really is going to see offenses like ours because it's so.
No, but if somebody had to say, "Hey, which teams do you think could be potentially harmful or potentially hurtful?" That's one that I could see potentially being.
I don't see it.
I don't see it. I don't think it's going to happen, but potentially it's possible.
I don't think there's any possible way Pittsburgh can even score. Because I mean, their quarterback isn't. He's not a he was a hybrid. I mean, or not hybrid, but he was mostly a run guy.
Didn't OSU lose to Central Michigan last year?
We don't talk about that.
No, we don't.
Mike, and he doesn't think that happened.
No,
so
'cause
since Mike
He laid out on the field.
I'm just saying, Calvin's right.
Since Mike Gundy didn't think that happened, then no one else really thinks it happened.
Early season games hurt OSU, like that Houston game, Central Michigan, the Florida State. I mean, there's just a lot of games.
Yeah, Florida State was pretty good that year.
Yeah,
it wasn't really.
They were number 1 overall.
They just weren't ready for the start of the season.
Just saying, that was a good game though.
Walter, you're saying K-State and
K-State won, Pitt 2, and then I think Texas just can't get their shit together.
So basically, everyone else's answers and K-State.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Sam, you saying Texas?
Texas and Baylor.
Are we going to talk
Baylor?
about
Yeah.
I don't think Baylor's.
It's a new day. Turn the page.
Are we going to talk about what happened to the K-State offensive lineman? What he did?
What did he do, Walter?
Why do you make it sound like what he did? Like he ran over a kid when he was drunk or something like that?
No, he came out of the closet.
What? The way you introduced this made it seem like the guy committed murder.
No, did you guys not hear
Plus,
about this?
why are you licking your lips when you say it too? You were licking your lips. You absolutely
He came
were.
out of the closet.
He had his hand as he goes. He came out of the closet.
Okay. So
He did the thing with his fingers where he made him into a V, and he goes.
You need to get your shit together. I'm getting
I need to get my
abused.
shit
I'm
together.
getting abused by my wife, and now I'm
Yeah.
trying to pick
He
up
came
the
out of the
K-State
closet. Huh?
offensive. Yeah.
What do you think about that, Walter? What do you think about homosexuals in sports?
You sound like that lady from that was interviewing Johnny McEnroe from the NPR.
Ladies
Walter.
can interview people now.
No, you sound
Walter,
like
what
that
do you
lady.
think about people coming out of the closet in the sports area?
Sucking dick in the locker room. Walter, what are your thoughts?
I don't know. Don't know.
All right, we're moving on to the next question here. So from
I don't think we should. I don't want to move on from this. He brought it up. This
I was
is
just
his
getting
baby.
here.
He wanted to
No,
talk about
no.
it. No, let's have a
Just saying,
conversation.
yeah,
Let's
I'll-
talk about it.
What do you want to talk about?
Let's talk
Sam?
about the pros and cons of sodomy in sports. What do you
Okay, this is getting-
do you think it's remotely an issue at all?
No, not really. But it's just it is what it is.
I don't know. One thing that kind of cracks me up, a lot of it when you get the other side, it's like, oh, I don't want some guy looking at my dick in the lot. It's like it's kind of egotistical. I think.
Yeah, you're
because it's
thinking
also-
you're thinking he would look at your. Yeah.
But one example that someone I can't remember who it was, but they brought it up and it was actually really interesting to me. So they talk about Calvin. I mean, you're with naked, beautiful women a lot, so it's probably you're used to that kind of thing. So they brought up if you were in a locker room showering with the 2017 Playboy Bunny group, right? Now, maybe not them, but if you're in a shower showering with a bunch of hot chicks, right? And none of them will sleep with you. Are you going to even remotely be looking at them? Because that's a good point. Like, if I'm in a room, if I'm showering with chicks I know are never going to bang me, I'm not going to be like, gawking at anybody because I don't want to get.
What?
Yeah, because I don't want to get. You know what I'm saying? If they're not going to bang, and if they're not, you know what I'm saying?
No,
it's like I'm not.
that's dumb.
I'm going to want to shower
I'm
and
looking. I'm looking.
Well, okay, but you're a creep, though. That's what I'm just saying. Okay, but
There
also,
might be a
but
chance.
Keep
You don't
in mind,
know that.
But keep in mind,
They got in the shower with you.
but the difference is, if you look at these girls and they catch you looking, the biggest thing they might slap you or whatever. If you're a guy and if you're and you look at another guy and like he doesn't, you're getting your ass kicked. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't think it's an issue at all. I think it's. I mean, I don't. Again, I don't. The whole like, I understand. I understand feeling the need to come out, I guess, in these times. But to me, I don't. I don't think sexual. I think it's all a private thing. Like I think saying you're heterosexual. I think it's just why. I think talking about who you bang is a personal thing. Like I don't see it as that. I wish we lived in a world where that wouldn't have to.
Moving on to question 2 out of 2 on the Bell & Brother podcast here.
I don't think it's going to be a problem either, Sam.
So, Diamond A. Francisco Diamond at A Francisco asks players to watch for on OU/OSU.
Well, you got a wrong.
Assuming he's talking about football and not basketball.
Oh, are
or
we talking about
baseball.
basketball
It's
or what are we
no,
talking?
I'm assuming he's talking about football here, Sam. Since they're so detailed and exact. I just
What
wanna
the
make
hell
sure
is
you know.
Diamond talking about? What's he asking? We
He's
got to get this.
asking about OSU/OU players to watch
Well,
for.
God damn it! What sport?
I'm going to assume
we're
football.
Okay,
Sam.
football. I mean, you got Oronquo from OU. He's a beast.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, on OSU side, you got what 10 people you could name off. How
Well,
about this?
well,
Who
you
do you think are the most like the X factors on each team?
Baker Mayfield and the boys in blue.
Come on, be creative.
I'm going to say
That running back that hasn't played.
That
like,
running back that hasn't played
Keith
for
Ford.
OU.
Okay.
Yeah, the running back.
Ford.
Some wide receiver I haven't heard anything about because OU just reloads and doesn't rebuild.
I'm going to say Caleb Kelly on the defense. He was that top 10 recruit.
That
this
one
is
OU guy on the defense who got arrested. That guy. Star of the team.
not coming back.
Joe Mixon.
Star of the team. No, not Joe Mixon.
Okay, who do you think?
Wait, it's not D.D. Westbrook either. Hang on a second. Who is it? Not Baker Mayfield. Hang on a second.
Bob Stoops.
No, I don't think he got arrested. The other 3 guys. Though.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yet. is the
Yet.
key
You know
word
what?
there.
Good point, Sam. Good point. No, the defensive guy who got arrested. Walter, you know what I'm talking about?
Atari Bird? No, it wasn't Atari Bird. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Hold
The
on.
cornerback.
Yeah, he got arrested. OU player.
Yeah, he was stealing.
You shouldn't
consoles,
steal.
game
You
consoles.
shouldn't steal. That's in the 10 Commandments.
See, right there.
That's an easy one right there.
I think
You
we've
shouldn't do
already
it.
offended like 4 out of the 10 commandments on this podcast, though.
I don't even know what else. I mean, you're not supposed to kill, and you're not supposed to.
Parish Cobb.
Is he coming back to the team this year?
No, he's gone.
So X Factor. X Factor for sure. That's OU's X Factor this year.
Okay,
since
what
he's not
about
coming back.
OSU on offense? I think it's Justice Hill.
No, it's
Oh, yeah.
Chuba.
Chuba. He's not going to play.
What's his last name? Chuba.
It's Chuba.
Chuba. Hold on. What's his last name?
Hubbard.
Hubbard. Yeah, Chuba Hubbard.
He's from Canada. Speaking
Yeah.
of Maple Leafs.
Yeah. I bet you like that Maple Leaf if he rushes for over 1,000 yards, Calvin.
You really think he's going to play that much?
I don't
He's going to
know.
rush for 1,000 yards?
He's
Is that
going to
a-
be.
they already
He
got
can be the
Justice
second
Hill.
back to Justice Hill. They
Is
can
that a
both rush.
slur that you refer to him as a Maple Leaf? Yeah, that dirty Maple Leaf over there. See how good he does it.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh.
One Maple Leaf in the bunch spoil the rest.
I was mainly trying to make reference to you.
To me.
To you because you were making the maple leaf comment on the flag. Yeah, that's that was the whole reason.
Really,
So glad we got that in
connecting
there.
subjects there, Walter.
Yeah.
You're
Don't
just
don't you like that?
old Mike Wallace here, making segues.
Oh, yeah.
What are you
making
doing?
segues.
What are you doing over there?
Huh?
What are you doing?
Well, I put it on my phone because I was not done reading the Twitter questions.
Okay, what's the next one? We got more?
No, I said I was putting my phone down.
You're
'cause
putting
I
your
was
phone down.
done reading the Twitter
Oh,
questions.
so we don't have any more Twitter questions.
None that are worth our time.
I have a question for you.
Go for it.
Okay. So, obviously, we got Paul George.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not for long, according to you.
I just don't. Again, I think he
Can
wants
we
to
just
be
let
in
him finish
LA.
the one question he has?
Okay.
God,
Finish.
dang
He
it,
wants to be in
Walter.
LA.
Finish the question.
Finish it, Sam.
Well, now I forgot it. It's gone.
Well
Thanks,
done, Walter.
Walter.
Well done,
Thanks,
Walter.
stupid.
Should we finish the podcast up with Everybody Hates?
Go for it, Walter. Who's your Everybody Hates of the Week? Again, this is our Everybody Hates segment where no one can interrupt him for the next 30 seconds. Go.
Okay, so I missed last week, so I'm going to go ahead and say it was the bartender that posted Andre Robertson's receipt. That's such a douche thing to do, especially since he tipped you on the bill before, and then all you did was order a bottle, and you opened the bottle, that's all you did, and he still tipped you $13. Like, it annoys me. He should have been fired, and then I was hoping it wasn't Oklahoma City and found out it was in Austin, so it made me a little bit better. But still, that's such a douche thing to do. So freaking annoying. Made me mad.
So that's your Everybody Hates
That's
of the
my
Week.
Everybody Hates of the Week. The bartender that was a douchebag that posted on Twitter.
What was Robertson celebrating?
Contract.
And why didn't he do that in Oklahoma City?
Why didn't he sell? I don't know. He might have had a camp or something down in Austin. Where's he from? I don't know.
He's from Colorado. Well,
Well, I know that's where he went to college. I didn't know that's where he's
he's from San Antonio,
Is
actually.
that where you'd celebrate?
Yeah, no, he's from San Antonio, I think.
Well, there you go. Maybe it's closer to home. He wanted to celebrate with his
Is that
family.
what you would do? You'd go crazy and hit up Hudson's in Oklahoma City?
That's how I go crazy, is hitting up Hudson's.
I mean, you were like, why didn't he do it in Oklahoma City? Like, you're offended.
There's
I
plenty
am.
of-
He can,
there's
he can
plenty of
celebrate
spots.
wherever the hell he wants. He's second team all NBA defense.
All right. My bad, Sam.
cute.
So sorry.
He is.
He would have been first team if he'd been listed as a guard.
I'm surprised he didn't spend it harassing James Harden, because that's what he did all last season.
You said it with like such
I'm
a
surprised.
snazzle. Look, you
I'm
look like you're
surprised-
in love with him.
I'm
Sam.
surprised he wasn't in James Harden's pocket when he signed that contract.
Okay, who's your Everybody Hates?
Yeah, Calvin, go. Who's yours? That's it.
You don't have one, Sam?
I don't like pedophiles. I think it should stop. It's something. Vote for me, and we'll stop pedophiles. Thank you.
Well, it's not even sports related, Sam.
Not really, I guess. They should make that a sport. They should make To Catch a Predator a sport.
Dude, you could do like ESPYs, Everybody Hates of the Week. You could have put
Okay.
some thought. You could have
Well,
put some thought into this.
You know what? I was trying to make it funny, but
My Everybody
guess.
Hates is the MLB All-Star Game.
There
I
you
hate
go.
the
Thank
MLB
you,
All-Star
Calvin.
Game. The reason being is because even though it actually does matter quite a lot to who wins the to who gets to that Game 7 of the World Series and it's home field advantage for whichever team.
They took it away. Doesn't matter.
They really?
Yep.
This year they did?
Yep. Doesn't matter anymore.
So just previously what I said is incorrect. Just take that out. And
We can't. You're wrong.
We will go. My Everybody Hates of the Week is the Home Run Derby because a Yankee won it. And I don't like the Yankees. I'm not a Red Sox
so
fan.
you hate the Derby? You don't hate the player?
Yeah, I hate the whole idea of the Derby as well. I don't know why we switched like the system it
He
works
gets
in.
30 seconds. Stop talking.
Sorry.
I don't know why we switched the whole system on how the Derby works. Why can't we just do like you get just 20, times the bat hits the ball? And instead it's got to be a timed thing. I don't know why it's got to be 60 seconds, and that's however long you have to hit the
What's the deal
ball
with
out
all
of
this time?
Well, what do you think about the
I just wish it was more easier for players to hit the baseball out of the park for a home run.
There's growing speculation that they're
But
starting
props
to
to
tamper
Joel
the ball.
Embiid getting a home run derby ball there, getting in the stands.
Very nice. What do you think about the rumors that they're putting stuff in the ball to make it go farther, so there's more home runs this year?
I swear you hear stuff no one else hears. That's
Do
definitely
you not
happening.
hear? Oh my gosh!
I've heard that too.
Yeah,
I've heard that too.
Yeah, thank
Yep.
you. Thank you.
Did you also hear about
true.
Jason Richardson and Steve Nash, his wife?
Why are we going to talk about this every time?
Because the last time that you always say some just random ass stuff on the podcast, Walter, that no one else is talking
People
about.
appreciate that, the random tidbits. No, Sam, do you not appreciate
Do we talk
it?
to Thunder Mob 405 or Thunder Mob whatever's Thunder Mob 405 at
Probably
the
get the name right before.
yeah, well, his like Twitter name's Thunder Mob, but I think his handle's Thunder Mob 405. And we talked to him when we saw Paul George at the airport. Sam and I did. We went down when we weren't working. Walter unfortunately had to work that day.
Yep.
And we went down to see Paul George. Met up with Thunder Mob dude, and he told me that after he listened to the podcast, the one part he was really caught off guard by was the Jason Richardson, Steve Nash fiasco.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of people saying they liked it, so that's weird.
He said he liked it a lot. He said it was the funniest
he
thing.
said he did like it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah. So did Jason, apparently.
I don't think he likes paying the child support.
Is that a thing? You're gonna get sued.
No, it is a thing. We verified it. You weren't there because you were sick.
You verified that he's paying child support
Well,
for
no, we
Steve
didn't.
Nash's child.
No, we didn't verify that, but we verified that it was his kid, and that's why he got traded
Yeah.
the next day.
Okay, Judge Joe Brown. You bring your court records. You're gonna verify this.
It's not Judge Joe Brown. It's Judge Mathis. Get it right.
Steve Nash.
It'll
was shoving,
always
kicking
be
in the
Judge
balls.
Joe Brown. Hey, another Canadian.
Do I get an everybody hates, or is this just?
Yeah.
Well,
Go for it,
yeah.
Sam.
Is this just you guys?
Did you finally figure out one that you wanted to do?
I don't want. See, I don't. I really. Yeah, okay. I didn't really plan. I didn't have one. I know Jim Traber was making comments about people showing up at the airport. Apparently, he got very upset by that fact on the radio. That's what I heard. Basically saying, people had better time or better stuff to do, and how do you have time to do that?
He also got on to the Jessica Mendoza for hosting commentating the home run derby.
Why?
Basically, because she's a woman, she doesn't know the sport, she can't commentate it. Even though softball's pretty close, pretty similar to baseball, and she's called a lot of baseball. But Jim Traber, he knows best.
I don't know, because it kind of when they force that square peg in the round hole, sometimes there are a lot of
Better than Chris Berman.
There are a ton of females out there that know it, just like Jackie McMullen with the Boston Globe, just as much about anything as any other guy. I'll say that, but there's a lot of the Pam Olivers going on of the world when it's kind of like why not cut away to Mike Singletary on the sideline or something like that. Someone that's played the game.
Yeah, but you didn't watch it. I'm just saying Jessica Mendoza seems like she's one that's. I agree with you, but I think she's one that can commentate, and
She's one of the good ones.
Well, she's one of the good ones.
She's one of the good ones.
Well, I'm trying to think. Ramona Shelburne doesn't do sideline stuff, does she?
I don't like Ramona Shelburne. I don't like her. I don't like Windhorst.
It's like that's like their squad.
They need
I
to
guess
get-
it was.
They
until
need to
Woj.
get them together.
You think they'd be a good couple?
They need to get together. Yeah.
Is there an age difference? I feel like they'd be around the same age.
Probably. I don't know. You
don't
can't
know.
tell.
I don't know. Let's get this rolling on Twitter.
Let's get them
get 'em-
together.
yeah,
They
let's
can
try
have
it. Yeah. Hey, you know
a
what?
little-
I'm an ordained minister. I can do the wedding for him.
You're really proud of the fact you're an ordained minister. How
I
long did
am.
that take you?
Let's see. How long?
I thought Catholic Church didn't have ministers though.
Yeah, they don't. This isn't through the Catholic
so you're
Church.
breaking from the church.
No, I'm not breaking from the church.
Breaking from
But
the mother
yeah,
church.
no, it took
No,
me.
I mean, I think you're breaking from
no,
the
I'm not
church.
breaking from the church. It took me
How
about
are you
5
not
minutes,
breaking from the
Because
church?
I'm still Catholic.
Are you though?
Yeah, I am. Go every
Have
Sunday.
you,
you still
if you marry
Methodist?
people?
You still go to St. Luke's every Sunday?
No, I work every Sunday. Okay. You gonna get on to me for working now?
No, I'm not.
You be mad that I work?
I'm not getting mad at you. Work. It's a good job. Good job. You work.
Methodists, they're the ones that have like the child wives, like the child brides.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yep.
I'm just asking, why are you getting offended? That's
I'm not getting offended, Sam. You're right. Your first guess was correct.
You marry off at 7 or 8, and right?
Yep, exactly, Sam.
Pregnant by 9.
Yeah, they're Christian religion that's definitely doing that.
Yeah. It's not what I hear about the Methodist religion. I'm just saying.
Big 12 Media Day this week. Just trying to break the tension here. Big 12 Media Day.
So much right now.
Wait, do you want to hear Calvin's conspiracy theories for the week?
Yeah. That's how we're gonna end it. That's how we're gonna do it.
Yeah,
we got a good one.
Ooh.
Yeah. Or have you liked it in the previous one, Sam?
Maybe.
My favorite
I would
was
never
the
tell you
LeBron.
if I did, but
favorite was the LeBron one.
okay, shut up, Walter. Let's hear it.
Okay,
wait, do we need some music?
Well, I added it in
He
post.
adds the music.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, wait.
No, in like whenever I edit
I've
the
got one.
podcast, I put that in.
Oh. Cut his mic. Cut his mic.
You don't like Wolf of Wall Street? You don't like that one?
That's how would that play into Calvin's conspiracy? You want to do some like Calvin's conspiracies?
We've had one sound.
I like it.
Dun 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 for every single Calvin's conspiracy theory that's played
all
underneath.
right, give it. What is it?
This is
Here we
Calvin's
go.
conspiracies.
Dun dun
Go!
dun.
All right, I'm sorry, I can't hear straight face out of that one. All right, so Calvin's conspiracy theories for this week is that Colorado, Nebraska, Texas A&M, and Missouri
Get out of town.
are all going to join the Big 12 again.
Holy shit.
Wow.
It's going to be the Big 14, and those 4 schools are, having success in their conferences, well, besides Nebraska, really. But they are looking to come back, and Missouri, honestly, but they're looking to come back to redeem their old glory of success in the Big 12.
Why?
Remember Missouri used to be good at basketball and football? They used to be somewhat decent. Like OSU played them, and they were like top 10 in the nation.
Didn't they make the SEC championship
Yeah, I
in
could have
football?
sworn
Yeah.
they did that.
Yeah.
And they've been
They made the
pretty
SEC
good. They've been pretty
championship.
good basketball too.
And
they
used
actually
to-
just
they
got
used
the
to-
number 1 recruit in the country.
Well, that's
Well, yeah,
because
'cause
they
his dad
hired.
transferred.
Yeah, they hired his dad as a coach.
Is he suiting up for the school?
I don't care. They
Didn't
bought the
OU
player.
do the same thing? Didn't they hire Blake Griffin's dad as a coach?
No.
Oh,
Anyways.
screw
Wait,
him.
when's the last time Nebraska was relevant in football?
A long
Since they
time.
joined the SEC.
A long time.
I'm sorry, the
Eric
Big 10.
Crouch, maybe?
Since they joined the Big 10.
Well, it's been a while since they've been good in the Big 12.
What about A&M after they... I mean, they haven't really been good ever
Sumlin's
since
definitely-
Manziel left.
Sumlin's
And
definitely
Manziel
on the
was
hot seat.
recruited when he was in the Big 12.
He's definitely on the hot seat.
I don't understand why. Someone's a good coach.
So all 4 of those teams are going to come
Is
back
he though? Is he a good coach or is he in
to the Big 12 to make it the Big 14.
Big 12?
Good
Yeah,
conspiracy.
they're going to
theory.
rename it to the Big 14 because we'll be 14 teams now. Unless we just kill Baylor, so they'll be the Big 13.
Kill him
Or we could just not add one of those, the 4 teams back. But my conspiracy theory is that all 4 teams are going to be back. Yeah!
Boo. I don't want those clown teams back. Good riddance.
Okay, Sam. Whatever you say, man.
Go,
That makes you
go
happy.
sit on a corn stalk, Nebraska. I'm done with you.
I guess he doesn't like the Cornhuskers or money. So. All right, well, that's going to go ahead and end it for the Bethlehem Brother podcast.
It's good to see you guys.
Good to see you too, Sam. Glad to
we
have
accomplished a
all
lot.
3 of the Bethlehem Brothers in studio.
Glad you're healed from your illness. What'd you have? Hepatitis?
Yeah, I mean, you never really heal. It
Isn't
comes back.
chlamydia-
It
isn't
comes
that what-
back every
Do you have
8
chlamydia?
months or something like
Isn't
that.
that what you said?
Do you
To
have
go to-
chlamydia?
You're just repeating the word chlamydia into the microphone.
It's a
I
fun
can
word.
hear you say it, and you're looking at me. I know you're saying it.
You haven't said yes or no or answer my question yet. That's like, you gotta keep saying to me it's the question. It's how these
I
things
mean,
work.
what's a disease really? If you think about it, I mean, it's just
So make sure to
sharing love with
review
friends.
and rate the podcast on iTunes or Stitcher or wherever you get your podcast. And we will catch you guys next week.